And welcome on 360 Sports on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. A lot of activities in the world of sport. We'll start from the home scene where we'll be talking about school sport decline in Nigeria. Well, with me in the studio is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good morning, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be here once again.
Good morning. There. Now let's look at this particular structure of sport. School sports is a particular way where a lot of Nigerians have been able to represent this country, where a lot of talents have been at least discovered in a very, very young time when they actually competed for this country. But right now, school sport is in decline, where a lot of schools in Nigeria are not even having playground or football pitches, or you talk about any other sport pitches that they can field rather, where they can allow their students to at least participate in sport. Whereas it's becoming a worrisome issue. A lot of schools in Nigeria are no longer focusing on sport, where they can develop the mind and the mentality of the young ones in the area of sport. That's why right now we'll be looking at this particular topic this morning. School sports decline in Nigeria is a big thing that we really need to work on. Schools are no longer care about having maybe playground, football pitches, or any other sport facilities where students at their very tender age can go into sport. After all, a lot of Nigerians have been able to use sports to make it maybe employed or make business or thereabout, but these days it's declining.
Okay, I think we've discussed this before. Until the government, they see sports as a business, then they realize what we are missing. I remember in the 80s and early 90s, PHE, it's very interesting, and we're all looking forward to that time that they ring the bell. It's time for physical and health education, in which it is a must for every student to go out there and practice whatever you think you can do best. Football, badminton, javelin, shot put. You do whatever you think you can do best. However, I also see that the return of school from the missionary to some governments also contributed to this issue. In those days, we have people that they really pump in money to sponsor these activities. We used to do inter-house sports. I don't think there's anything like that, or it used to be the way it used to be before. I remember in those days, especially in Lagos, where you have the likes of Igbobi College, Baptist Academy, CMS, they look forward to that year where they will compete. 100 meters, 4x4, and football matches. We have that from local government, but we don't have that again. So the Minister of Youth and Sports seriously needs to do a lot in bringing back the old glory. It used to be a fun to watch. Even the parents then also, they normally invite them to come and do maybe a track race. They say, oh, my dad is running, my mom is running, they are coming first. It's a fun, but we don't have that again. So I think the government really needs to go back. If they know they cannot manage those facilities again, they should return it back to the owners. Let them manage it. We can discover a lot of talent have been discovered in this country through that avenue. A lot have been discovered. I'll give an example of Opabumi. We used to call him Gascoigne in Ibadan then. He's a product of secondary school football matches, Methodist boys, Ibadan Boys High School. So we have a lot of them. Legal game also, we have like of Shey Lofinjana and Vincent Eyama. So we have a lot of people that can graduate from that. Victor Ikpeba, St. Finbas, we have a lot of them like that. So until we go back to that drawing board, and if possible, to have like we have maths and English, which is compulsory for everybody to do, we should make it also compulsory in the academic curriculum, that PHE should be a must for everybody to do. Then from there, probably we'll get back to the good old days when we used to know that Nigeria is known for sport. Then the government also, they can tap a lot from it to develop the economy. Imagine the stadium. If you're having activities at the national stadium here, like on weekly basis, on monthly basis, do you know how much we're going to generate? Do you know how many people that will be employed through that avenue alone? So I think it's something that the government seriously needs to look into.
Now, if you look at from what you have said, now we have a government, they have their own role, And then the schools too, they have their own role, because for example, so many private institutions, secondary school, primary school, higher institution, they need to inculcate that habit of having at least facility for sports in their schools, so that at least government will go to private school to give them all this, but at least, okay, we have physical and health education instilled in our curriculum in school, and the schools now setting up a particular school now say, okay, we have this particular school, we need to have a playground, you need to have football pitch or any sport that at least they so far want to do. That's how you can work together as a synergy. That's why you can achieve things together. Now, looking at the area of corporate social responsibility, CSR is really important, because we see where a lot of companies in Nigeria can, okay, I still remember in the 80s where the Milo Championship was so popular that a lot of schools, they want to play basketball just because of that competition. And then we see Shell Corp, we see Total, a lot of companies, but these days it has reduced. If there's anything we can do to just get this act together for companies that are making money from this country, to see that, okay, in our only two way we are sponsoring this competition, in our only two way we are building a basketball court in this school, okay, in the 6 geopolitical zones of the country we are building 6. You can at least spread it. If you cannot build in all the schools, at least it's spread. By the time 10-15 companies do this, well, in fact, we are almost done in the world of sports.
Yeah, that's a very good angle. However, if you look at the private institution we have right now, most of them, they are even using maybe 400 square meters to build their schools. So where do we have the space? But the government schools, you can see how big they are, where they have what it takes. Some of them even have the structure already on ground, but they are all dilapidated. They are not being maintained because we lack that maintenance culture in this country. So all those government schools, it's a thing of corporate social responsibility. The government talk to all these companies, the cadre of this world. The Dangote has done a lot also, like what he did with the national stadium. That's the Moshood Abiola Stadium. We call on other people also. We give them some schools based on geopolitical zone. Okay, from the northwest, how many government secondary schools do we have? We have 20 or we have 30. Okay, we pick 1, 2, 3. Your own responsibility is to make sure that you develop. So if you can go through that route, I think we can still get somewhere, because we used to have it in the past. So that, I think, it will really help the sport development in Nigeria.
Good one there. We've been focusing on school sport declining in Nigeria. This particular issue just have to be discussed, because we need to get that back to our system where young ones out there can be discovered to become stars for Nigeria in the world of sport. Now we move away from there and talk about the Federal Capital Territory Football Association League ongoing in two field in Abuja here, Area 10 and also Area 3 playground, where matches will be coming up right now today in the FCT FA League. Matches will be coming up as we speak right now. Turf Arena, they are playing against Tiki Taka in that encounter there, where Tiki Taka are leading the pack by a lone goal score in the 15th minute. Turf Arena against Tiki Taka. Sensational will be playing against Wako FC. J1 FC against Unified FC, as Correctional will be playing away to New Breed, while you have Future G against Basic M. Those are the fixtures for today in the 2021-2022 Federal Capital Territory Football Association League. Ongoing is going to run for a long time, let's say till next year, before they will get in the finalists emerging in this competition. But good one is that we are having grassroots football being discussed on 360 Sport. Now, away from there, we move away talk about other matches that actually came up yesterday in the English Premier League and also Bundesliga. Not forget the Coppa Italia. Quickly, let's look at the English Premier League, where matches that were played, 2 matches were actually done yesterday, and we have the result quickly, where Norwich City they tried their best against Aston Villa, but Aston Villa picked them by 2-0, and just have to give that up to Steven Gerrard. His team now winning away. Good one there. And Leeds United, they were walloped by Manchester City by 7-0 in that encounter. Pep Guardiola seems to be there was a time he was interviewed that how do you win in English Premier League? He said, if you can win between December to January and remain top, then you are done. Right now, he has started winning 7 goals, and you have Kevin De Bruyne, fantastic player that did so well yesterday. And you just have to look at right now, 7 goals, and the rush of matches. Manchester City, when they start, they don't stop.
Okay, I hope they don't score all their goals yesterday because they still have about 5 matches to play for December. Okay, I think they sent a message yesterday. The first is to tell Chelsea that what you struggle to do, we did it convincingly, 7-0. That's the first message. And the second message is to tell the likes of Chelsea and Liverpool that what you are trying to catch, it will be difficult for you because we are battled ready. Also, a message to Leeds United that what happened last season, in which Leeds United got 4 points from them home and away. They beat Manchester City 2-1 at Etihad, and they played 1-1 at Elland Road. That's Leeds home. So they got 4 points from 6 points from them last season. So this is more like a revenge match for them. So they made their message loud and clear for other people. We are ready, and if you want to catch me, if you can. So that's the message. And also they are putting pressure on Liverpool, who is playing their match tomorrow, and also Chelsea, who is playing their match tomorrow. That, I'm leading you now with 4 or 5 points. If you should make a mistake of dropping a point, so that means you forget it. And you know one good thing about Man City, once they are there, to catch them, it's always very, 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 very difficult, because they have this type of play of they have first line also. They don't really have a tough.
It's like the entire team now. In fact, even the goalkeeper now can score. It's as if the goal is
just coming from anywhere. And I'm very happy for Kevin De Bruyne yesterday for the 2 fantastic goals he scored. He justified the reason why he's the highest paid player in the Manchester City. He did that yesterday, and you know one thing about him, he's a very creative midfielder. Once he's on top of his game, Man City, they're on top of. So it's a very good one for them. So let's see what will happen. And also, the 7-0 yesterday happens to be the worst defeat in the history of Leeds United. So I think I congratulate Man City. So let's see what happens between now and
December
or January. Maybe they can keep up the tempo, or probably they've scored all their goals for the next 1 month yesterday.
Well, a Chelsea fan will also attack the club from Manchester United. Well, now we move away from the English Premier League. We just give you the result there. Let's quickly look at the German Bundesliga goals that were scored and the matches that was actually played there. Quickly, let's look at the German Bundesliga, where Stuttgart lost at home against Bayern Munich 5-0. Lewandowski at least making a record there. You have Wolfsburg. It was 2-3 at the Volkswagen Arena. They lost at home also against FC Cologne. At Berlin, they lost by 4-0. Goals were on rush yesterday in the German Bundesliga. 4-0 there. And you have Arminia Bielefeld against Bochum 1848. 2-0 there. In fact, it was like they shared the result, because 5-0, 3-2, 4-0, and you also have 2-0 there. The 2 teams that won away did so well, 5-0, and you have that is FC Cologne and Bayern Munich, the table topper. Bayern Munich they are not resting on at all. They are really doing well in this German Bundesliga. That's a message sent to all the other teams yesterday, winning away against Stuttgart 5-0.
When I saw the scoreline, I said, "Wow, these people again. Are they not tired of scoring goals?"
In fact, Lewandowski.
Are they not tired of scoring goals? And one good thing about them, they have this. They are defensive minded also. The more they score, the more they defend. They are not like Tyson style, punch me, I punch you, because I believe in my punch. Theirs is like, okay, I'm going to defend, you'll not score, but I'll score as much as possible. It's a message for whoever is meeting them in the round of
matches come from the Bundesliga. They just have to give it up to Bayern Munich. They've been fantastic. That team, they will never rest until they score all the goals. Well, still talking about the German Bundesliga, we just took Bayern against Stuttgart there. You have FC Cologne winning away also against Wolfsburg 3-2, and you also have Mainz 05 defeating Hertha Berlin 4-0. It's as if you look at the game yesterday, the 2 teams that won away won 5-3-2. Then you see the team that won home 4-0. That is Mainz or Arminia Bielefeld 4-0, 2-0 against their opponents. It was as if they had a meeting that, okay, this is how we're going to split the scores.
It's like we are playing draft.
Exactly.
So
That
it's
was
not
how
like
it happened.
it happened yesterday.
Now let's look at the Coppa Italia rather, the matches that was played in the Coppa Italia quickly, as we have those results coming up there, where the teams that played there did so well. Venezia against Tanana, it ended 3-1. You have Udinese against Crotone, actually 4-0 there. Nigerian Isaac Success was able to, he was successful in that game. Its team winning 4-0, while you have Genoa against Salernitana. They peeped Simeon Nwanko's team Salernitana by a long goal, 1-0 there. Two Nigerians, they were there yesterday in those games in Coppa Italia result that we have for you. Isaac Success, former player of Watford, playing for Udinese, he actually back to where he used to make a lot of name for himself, and he was unsung yesterday in that game. And you have another Nigeria in Salernitana, that is Simeon Nwanko, who his teams, he left Crotone to join Salernitana, but it's not going well for him. Despite scoring so many goals while he was in Crotone, it was still his team relegated. Now he's in Salernitana, a new team that just came to the Italian Serie A, and it's not finding it easy at all. It's as if all the team is going to, they are not performing.
Okay, I think it's all about time. Given time, probably the game will improve. And when you're talking about teamwork, it's all about an individual. No matter how good he is, no matter how much his effort to make the team win, if the other teams are not giving him the necessary support, so it's not like a coincidence that any team he goes through, they're always having this issue. It's just about the pattern of play that the team are really into. I know how Nigerian players outside there in Europe now, their concentration is to perform very well for their team so that they can get a call off, not only for the AFCON, for the World Cup playoff and for the World Cup proper, because it's an avenue for them to showcase to the world what they have in stock. I'm sure with time he's going to improve on his game.
And for Isaac Success, I think this at least is a good one for him, at least getting to revive his career, because while he was at Watford, everything went down a bit. Now he's back to Udinese. Maybe the environment is used. At times player will move from another club to another one, and they may not just click. And some will move and instantly they will pick. Look at the issue of Eden Hazard moving from Chelsea to Real Madrid, and it was not the same Hazard that we used to know. And you see another player moving, and still they actually did well. If I should take you back, Diego Forlan, when he moved to Manchester United, he couldn't pick, despite how prolific he was with Atletico. He couldn't pick in Manchester United. Not forgetting Gerard Piqué. Piqué too couldn't get it right with Manchester United. While other players, they move elsewhere and they pick the likes of Ronaldo. Okay,
it's all about adaptation. It's all about adaptation. You can't compare Ronaldo with most of these players.
Okay, what about Messi?
And okay, now let's take it this way. Okay, when you talk about Ronaldo, it's a result of hard work. But if you talk about Messi, it's naturally gifted. So Ronaldo got to where he is right today as a result of discipline, hard work, and determination. He has proven himself in Spain, in England, and in Italy. So he's not someone that you can push over, take it from him. It's a fantastic all-round player. But Messi is naturally gifted. However, we shouldn't blame Messi also. He has spent almost all his life in Barcelona. He just moved to PSG. He's not even up to 5 or 6 months, so the pressure shouldn't be that much on him. But I know a lot of people are expecting more from him, being the Ballon d'Or winner. He has been there before, but we should just give it time. Probably he will rediscover himself. If he didn't rediscover himself in the French league, maybe we should look for another league, maybe Premiership. Let him give it a trial. Maybe you should go to Italian Serie A also. Like you said, we've seen a lot of players. Look at Werner in Chelsea also, doing very well in German league before he came to Chelsea. When he came to Chelsea, we are not seeing him. Okay, look at Eden and Cavani also. He got to Manchester United, injury upon injury. So we have that issue that probably you are used to, except you take an exceptional player like Ronaldo, that wherever he goes to, he shines based on his hard work, determination, and commitment.
And taking that into Isaac Success case that we actually use as a case study to mention all these players. Isaac Success now back to Udinese and he's getting his acts together.
So that means that is where he belongs. So he should just concentrate
so well there.
Very well. So you should just continue. They're not thinking of moving from the Serie A to another league.
And before we go, today, Aguero will be having his press conference concerning his retirement in football. So painful that talented footballer, who I still remember when he came out alongside Lionel Messi, Kun Aguero as he's being called. A lot of people want to see him, and he moved from Manchester City to join Barcelona, and the whole thing went down. But as it is, it's better for him to at least to be alive. Well, he can still be a man. He can go to any other business in sport if he can no longer play football. But it's just a bit painful that Aguero moving from Man City to Barcelona. That's what happened.
Yeah, it's very painful, and seeing a fantastic, exceptional, prolific striker like him. I think he has played 786 matches and he has scored 427 goals in his entire career. That shows how good Aguero is. But like you said, life is more important. He can find himself in the world of pundit or get something else that he can be doing in terms of sports. It's so sad to see, and I'm sure Manchester City also, they're really going to miss him. I remember their game against QPR when they need that goal to win the league. And it's a player that when you're looking for a goal, just tell him, don't leave box 18. Stay in there, get the ball inside. He's a rugged player. He's very strong. Left, right, his head. He does everything with his body. So it's so sad to see him quitting the game of football so soon. We wish him all the best.
Well, we've been talking concerning Kun Aguero there. Before we go quickly, let's look at the FCT FA League, the fixture that will be coming up today. That will be the wrap. Let's quickly look at those fixtures again, where Tough Arena will be playing against Tiki Taka in their match. Although the match is ongoing right now, Tiki Taka was leading before we actually got to the studio by a lone goal scored by Good Luck. Sensational against Waco FC. J1 FC against Unified FC. New Breed will be hosting Correctional, while Basic M plays away to Future G in the 2021-2022 FCT Football Association League ongoing. Area 10 and Area 3, those are the two pitches where the teams are playing this league. Well, let the best team win there. We'll be talking with Peter Solawale. Good to have you in the studio. Good one there. Well, 360 Sport for this edition right now is coming to an end. As we always say, that sport is business and fitness. Keep doing sport. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.